from all around Geelong.
38, Hollins and Symes. And Symes gets it down. Watts doesn't take it with him. Page does. Gets a kick towards Wood. Up against Reynolds. Running across half-back. He picks it up, Taylor Reynolds. Kicks it across half-back flank looking for Morton. Has to be good at it, and he is. He backed himself, and he took the mark in front of Fursland. At right half-back. Goes with a kick along the line over the head of Miller and Addy. And Miller, if it sits for him, he picks it up. Tried to get it the handball away, but Page got back there in support for the Panthers. Left foot kick around the corner, but Morton's there and plays on quickly. Back to whence it came. Towards half-forward. Clark holds his ground. Can't take the mark. And free kick over the shoulder. So Sam Clark, fast start here for the Magpies required. He's on centre wing on the outer side. Goes with the right foot, high kick towards centre half forward, sets it up. Hutchinson's there, Biggs is there, punched away, side of the pack. Reynolds to run onto it, does well. Left foot kick, dribbled it in the end, inside 50. Coming out, Urquhart, Hutchinson's there as well. And tackle comes out towards the 50-metre line. And it was against Daniel Key. And the Panthers, through Pisano, have now moved it to Brad Martin. So he's on the boundary line at half-back. Northern end of the ground for the Panthers to drive it towards centre wing. He goes towards Wood, right. Right was the only one who actually went for the mark, and he took it on centre wing. So he chipped the ball short. It's okay. At half forward, Biggs turns around, wheels and goes. Left foot kick, wobbly punt kick towards Clark coming out. Van Creeken it was, and he took the mark. Tumbling mark, and still 45 out from goal. And not on the right side for his left foot, but he's a pretty talented footballer, Luke Van Creeken. And this is the start North Geelong need. And he comes in. Left half forward, northern end of the ground. Good kick for distance, but has missed it. And, in fact, just brought it home for one.
Has the ball in, will now go to the far side of the ground. Has a player out there by himself, and it's Cam Addy. Takes the mark just outside the defensive 50. I don't think anyone's standing the mark. Yes, there is. I couldn't see a big fella and Blake Miller standing there. But Addy now with the ball, asked to play on by the umpire, kicks towards centre wing. Contest there, Symes behind, gets over the back to Barton. Needs to release the ball. He's tackled by Matheson. Ball is held in. So North Geelong with some work to do in the second half. We've spoken about that. And it gets down to a contest, ground level. Ball needs to be fed out. The umpire's going to have to come in and ball it up. It's not coming out in this instance. It stands back and watches. Probably a bit too much for my liking. Get the ball going, get it going. But now comes in and takes possession. Half-time, Grub, meet your requirements?
No. Oh, yeah, it did, but I didn't. I got on the salads, actually.
Yeah, they weren't bad either. Ball, centre wing, picked up by Morton. He's tackled and then put over the boundary line, so a throw in from that position. True centre wing, far side of the ground. 10-8 to 9-5. Bell Post Hill lead at this stage of the game. Ball thrown in, back of the contest. No clear tuck by the ruckman at the back of the contest. Ball is picked up there by Whitney. Goes by hand to Wood. Stepped around the first one. Steps through and now goes in towards the forward line.
Down the ground.
Down there. Picked up.
An advantage.
And Holzfein's going to run to the goal square and go bang, goal. So David Holzfein.
First 4 minutes of the quarter.
Symes gets it down to Whitney. Gives it away to Page, gives it away to Fantella through the middle, goes long towards Jovanovic on a long layout. Holstein filled the hole, took the mark, and will shoot for 2 in 30 seconds and 3 for the game and 12 for Bell Post Hill. Might want to get their hands on it in the middle though, Dale. That's the thing, isn't it?
I think that's where it's all happening from.
It's all going pear-shaped in there for the Maggies at the moment. So David Hole's fine. And you'll know he gives the Barry O'Toole pretty quickly too if he kicks the goal. He comes in. He's missed it. He got it. He did 9:39 to Grandy Cycling Sport third quarter scoreboard, 5.5 minutes played.
So Reynolds does a kicking injury. Goes outside 50. Long kick looking for right. Set him a task. He does well. Gets to the back of the contest. Picks it up. He's tackled. Releases the ball. It's going to be Popovsky that runs onto it. He can't take possession of it. It's Morton over the top of it. Needs to release it. Steering over the top. Umpire stands back and watches. The ball comes out. So Fantella at the back of the contest. Fed the ball long. Good tap on there by Whitney. Just knocked it forward. Gained valuable ground for the Bell Post Hill side. But Matheson reading the play well. Goes back and collects it. Had Tobin tackle. Broke Watts back to Parker, and now from defence they come. One bounce from Parker, steams through the middle, long kick towards centre half forward. Clark's the target, up in front, can't take the mark. This time McNamara brings the ball down at the back of the contest. It's Miller with Addy right beside him. Miller able to get a kick towards the goal square. Which way will it bounce? Van Creeken looks like he can run onto it. Can he get the ball up? Handball's back through the contest. Picked up. Oh, good strong tackle. Umpire says it's by the leg.
And it was by the legs, there's no doubt about that.
And it's going to be Daniel Key who's got the ball. Wrong side for a left footer, but a very skillful player. And this, to say the least, would be a much-needed goal for North Geelong. So Key, right beside the behind post, runs out, gives himself some room. It goes across the face.
It's a goal.
No
prisoners.
So Hollands gets it down this time. Into the middle, not coming out of that contest.
He's going to kill me.
Barton gets it down. But getting back there, Gibbs wrapped up.
I think he's hit his head on the ground too, but he's tough.
Ball spills free to Barton at half forward. Goes with a long kick, 2-on-2. At the back, Jovanovic puts a hand up. His second effort goes across the face of goal. Can he pick it up? Yes, he can. And wheel around. Handball to Holzfine. Turns around, kicks the goal. No. It's as simple as that, David Holzfine.
Comes back on the ground, ball thrown up. Barton just protects the space, knocks it forward, coming off the square. Basely, handball's good to Whitney. Whitney on the left boot, goes long quickly. Holtz finds the target again in the changeover. De Blasio had to make a decision. He went out, he did well. And he's knocked the ball over the boundary line.
Matched Holzfine for pace there.
Ball thrown in, tapped forward. Matheson misses selection, goes back. Popovsky gets it a bit high, and the ball goes back towards Tobin. Has runners behind. Page hit him at his boot feet, or at his feet, I should say.
Boot feet? What's that?
Boot laces, I meant to say. Yeah, that's what they were. But Tobin, the brother, goes in short, looking for Popovsky again. Can't take the mark. Matheson does well, sees the ball towards the boundary line. Gibbs picks it up, goes back to Matheson, kicked not much distance, picked up by Eels. Turns, swivels, and goes back to the half-back line. In front, mark's not taken. Ball will run over the boundary line. Lima sees. I could have said boot scooting. The ball back at the back, picked up there by Parker. Has a bounce as he does and runs. Good chase from behind. Kicks into the half-forward line. Too much weight. Finds Addy. He collects the ball and will go back to where it came from. Going to be the Barton the target. Barton has got it and he takes the mark. Has Tobin there at centre half forward. Arms up. He sees him now and goes in that direction. Podner has to get there, but Lentini over the back. Will he keep going? Yes, he does. Lentini from 15 runs in and kicks a goal.
Oh, we could. Back to the middle. Symes gets it down. Morton just on the ground. Gets it, picks it up, runs away. Gives the handball to Hutchinson. Gets out of traffic at half back. Left foot kick towards half forward. Miller. One-on-one with Addy, comes out. Morton's there as well. Leaves it for Miller. Wheels around on the right. Goes towards Clark at centre half forward. Goes up. Can't take the mark. Through the middle. Pretty good second effort. Needs some support though because he's 3-on-1 there. McNamara tried to get it out. Martin, his handball towards Page. Missed the target. Morton took on Martin. You probably took on Symes. Didn't get away with it either. The ball comes out. Advantage paid. Addy from half back to half forward. Coming out. Ash Whitney punched away Parker. And sees it over.
Cocky
He's only been their best player. What are you talking about?
Oh, no. He's been giving away 5 free kicks for holding the ball.
What are you talking about? Whitney, doesn't matter. He's the best player on the ground. Kicks the goal. Bang. It's as easy as that. Dylan Whitney kicks his 14th for Bell Post.
Someone else will get in the grand final bar these two sides.
So the ball back in the middle. Symes goes up. Handballs to Page. Page, good interception there from Hollands. Got his hand in, but Symes goes back at ground level and picks the ball up, or tried to. Martin's in there. They're working hard. Morton at the bottom of the pack. He's going to be called it up again. Symes finds position, taps the ball down. Clear possession. There's a free kick there to North Geelong, and it's going to go to Biggs. And he's going to be the recipient of the free kick right in the middle of the ground. So the ball's handed back by Whitney. So Biggs needs some distance there from Whitney, otherwise he might get 50s. Biggs goes long. Sam Clark positions well. I tell you what, he finds good position. That time he didn't touch the ball though. Handball goes out. Morton comes onto it, doesn't pick it up. Oh, good strong tackle. Ball comes out. Don't think that was disposed of correctly. He goes back after it again at ground level. Clark's there. And also Pisano over the top. Ball thrown up. Tap forward. Bell post hill, numbers, picked up by Whitney, swings on the left foot, goes inside, good look, found Martin, clever one-handed mark and plays on long, goes straight down the ground, Holzfene's the target, just holding his space, Swennison's holding him, can he get up and pick the ball up, tries to knock it forward, Swennison does well, at ground level, Jovanovic's there for support, kicks round the corner, high, where's it going to fall, Matheson, Popovsky, Matheson knocks the ball down, goes towards Whitney, that's Ash Whitney. And at ground level, he sits over the top. Umpire's got to be careful. The umpire's looking for a decision. He's going to stand and he's going to call ball up. Grandy Cyclone Sports scoreboard.
Ball up to Blasio, getting it down. Jovanovic runs on towards Ash Whitney to tap it on to handballs it back to Whitney. Party tricks coming out. Were Gibbs sees it through for a rush behind to Bell Post Hill. They go to 14-10-94. They lead North Geelong 6-9-45. As Dale said, 15 minutes played third term. Taylor Reynolds with the kicking in duties. Goes to the outer side over the head of Fitzsimmons. Getting back there, Pisano, who gets around. Left foot kick short towards the lead of
it's down the ground.
Poposky down the ground for a late tackle. So it's going to be a Bell Post Hill free kick.
Well, we questioned Werribee Central's discipline last week with some 50-metre penalties, and I think North Geelong's discipline has to be questioned at this minute.
So Poposky has the ball in hand. He's about 40 metres out on the boundary line. On the outer side, half-forward flank. The umpire's telling him to go around. He'll be in the car park if he goes around any further. So he comes in. Southern end of the ground, 40 out, right foot kick. Pretty good kick.
Gee, that's going to come back.
That's a great kick. It's a great kick.
Back in the middle of the ground. Symes up. Hollins tries to get the ball down. It's Tobin who has first possession. Handballs. Just throws it out the back. Dylan's going to run onto the ball from the half-back line. Picks the ball up, steps and goes back on his natural side, his left. Goes into the half-forward line. Target's going to be Hutchison. Jumps. Ball back of the contest. Picked up Martin. Just didn't look, then just blazed away. Went back towards the centre of the ground. Morton comes out and he takes the mark. So he's got the ball on the half full, but just forward of their centre of the ground, goes in. Kick wasn't good coming out, and it's good spoil there. They spoiled themselves. Bell Post still at the front of the contest. The ball was picked up there, kicked round the corner by Hutchison. Again, the kick wasn't good, and Brad Martin intercepts that kick going forward. So Bell Post still now be able to slow things down and play their game. They chip the ball. Lima comes up from behind. That's where the ball goes, wide. Now there's no options. No one's moving for them at all. So he's going to have to come long and around the boundary line and does so. Towards centre wing, front of the contest. Morton can't take the mark and Posky's move forward. Looks like he's wearing a neck brace there. Ball tapped in. Picked up North Geelong. Podner's released. Needs a clean pick up. Able to do so. Gets back on his feet. Went to the handball to Morton. It's gone. They trail by 55 points at this stage. Ball is tapped down, front of the contest. Morton picks the ball up, goes to right. Right went to go back towards Morton. He's tackled, and the umpire says he's put the ball down.
For the sixth time.
Free kick goes to Tobin.
That's 6 times he's been caught with the ball. I'm telling you, it's 6 times he's been caught with the ball.
That's right.
That's Lockie Wright.
Well, you called it Morton.
No, he said he gave the ball to him, then he gave it back.
Get it right, you
All right,
two.
5 then. You've
Right.
done it 5.
Are we right? The ball is right.
Morton.
Thank you.
North Geelong aren't right, I can tell you.
So the ball ends up in the hands of Lentini again. He runs towards goal, and it's moved from one end of the ground to the other, and he has gone bang, and Lentini kicks his second goal.
Really gone.
Against that, though, if Bell Post will kick about another 15, look out. Your psychological advantages there.
Symes gets it down.
Look out on the training track.
Tobin. Yeah, tomorrow morning's going to be fun. Tobin
Might start tonight.
in the middle of the ground. Left foot kick towards half forward. Poposky using a lead. Matheson pushed him into it. Off the back of the pack, Wood coming back and helping out Andrews to Reynolds. Inside defensive 50, nice little toe poke to Poposky. No 15, handballed it away. Symes to Lentini to Hull's fine. He's usually a good finisher. 40 out. Yeah, that's be right. Missed it.
Well, I'll tell you what I'd be doing if I was Doggy Ryan. I'd be getting them down at the club at 10 o'clock in the morning and breaking out the cans and having a couple of beers and having a chat.
16-11, 107, Bell
training?
Post Hill, North Geelong, 6-9, 45 to Granny. Cyclone Sport, third quarter scoreboard, 20.5 minutes played.
Ball kicked out. It's a long kick. Nearly reaches the centre square. Ball's tapped over the top, and Wright's been left alone by himself. He's able to run through the middle of the ground. That's his third bounce. The third one didn't come back to him, but he has time to steady. Kicks out wide and has Dylan out there. He's able to stop prop and goes in towards the centre half forward position behind Miller. Oh, North Geelong players intercepted each other there and they fell over each other. Ball comes out wide now. Bell Post still with a run. Tobin has the ball, has runners back inside. Hole's fine, but comes wider and finds Barton. Hole's fine continues to run through the centre of the ground. Barton kicks the ball round, looks forward, good jump, good vertical jump. This bloke could probably play in a ruck grub, I reckon.
What a player he is.
And he goes long, just indicates he goes long towards the square, got good distance and carry. Ball bounces. Jovanovic's there, tapped down. North Geelong do well. It's picked up there by Parker. Short, finds right. He's been a good link player and away he goes again. That's his first bounce. Chaser, not working that hard, but who cares? They're in front by 10. And it's now right, kicks from the centre square, goes out wide, running player. Andrews needs to run under the ball and collect it. Addie's in close attendance, knocks the ball towards the boundary line, doesn't give it over, comes back, steps around Andrews, probably too easily. And comes back inside the centre square. Finds Whitney. He drops the ball. Picked up by Swenison. Handball went to Dillon, but he was laying a shepherd. And it's gone back to the hands now of Ash Whitney. He steadies and goes in towards the centre half forward position. Goes looking for his brother over the back of the contest. Hurt ground level. Who picks it up? Barton goes to Whitney. Left foot. Long kick towards goal. Over the top. Touched by Gibbs and runs through four.
Bring us a plate after last week. He was fair income, the big fat sook.
Alan Moore asked if we want one. I said, nah, Grubby might, but I don't. I'm pretty right, thanks.
Back to the middle. Back to the kick in. Reynolds kicks it in. Goes towards Fitzsimmons, takes the mark inside defensive 50 with a set play. Tried it a few times today. Kicks it over the top. Miller gives him a lead. It's there first at half back. Takes the mark on his chest. Wants to move it along quickly. Kicks it high towards the middle. Biggs goes up. Can't take the mark. Numbers again with Bell Post still. Tobin gets there to help out Martin. Wheels around on the left. Goes inside 50 again. Popovsky got 2 on him. Matho from the back. He just sees it behind, but he can't pick it up. Popovsky does. Gets away. Then he drops the football. Numbers with North Geelong. Free kick for a high tackle. It's going to come back, I think, to de Blasio or Matheson. De Blasio it is. Chips the ball over the top's okay.
Well, that was 50.
Finds Hutchinson. Gets it away by a hand to Key. He goes wider, looking for Eels. Takes the mark at half back.
That had to be 50, Jason. He threw it straight back to him, like last week.
Like last week. Goes over the top looking for Parker. Goes at centre wing, takes the mark. Thought about the handball. He just holds it up, though. Wheels around now. Goes with the right foot kick to centre half forward. And Numbers with the Panthers, but over the back, Biggs. Wrapped up by Urquhart. Drops the football. Van Creeken needs to wheel around onto his left. Gets it back towards the 10-metre square. Over the shoulder, umpire. No, play on, said the umpire.
Could have been.
Gives it away to Martin to McNamara. Around the corner to Addy. And they stand firm the back 6 and they go to Holes find. He must have a disease, but he falls over. That was the disease. Key comes at him, pushes him off the football, does well on centre wing, goes to half forward. Eels had to sit and wait for it and got it in the second attempt. Wants to wheel away from Washington, does so. Right foot kick long towards goal, and it's in the square. And was that over the shoulder? I think that was the same as the last one. But anyway, he got the second one. Sam Clark.
He positions his body well, doesn't he?
He does. Holds his ground. Puts his hands out in front where he needs to and just works his opponent to the other side of the ball. And Sam Clark has kicked 1 goal 3. This for his second. Oh, it's a bit too good for Grubby. He's got lettuce on it. Clark.
It's a very tricky thing to kick straight for goal. You've got to take your time.
Maybe he's done it all his life, mate. Maybe where he attacks the ball. So the ball's now into the half-forward line. Taylor Reynolds does well from the back of the contest. Heads towards the half-back flank. Going back to Blasio. Good clean pick-up. Has a player inside, and it's Luke Parker. So he now has time to split and run. Does the first bounce. Could have had a second, but he decides to deliver the ball low and hard. Clark again positions his body well. Ends up with overall. Went backwards and found player in McNamara just to kick round the corner. His last 2 have been in the same style. Holsfeen steps around Clark and that position and goes in towards centre half forward. Lead up players, Whitney called out by Jovanovic. And Matt Jovanovic within range here. Can go back and quickly answer that goal from North Geelong.
Well, every time they kick one,
Oh, my
they
God.
answer.
Are you right there?
Yeah. And I must say, Andrew Downey, I was wrong about you. You're a wonderful man.
So Jovanovic will kick from outside 50. Breeze behind him. We saw at quarter time he kicked one after the siren from this position. Goes back. Didn't look like that one. He looked like he's worked too hard to kick the ball, and Matheson takes the mark just on around the goal square.
Didn't drop the ball right, Smithy.
No, he played on, went out wide, puts Brody Watts under pressure, but he's equal to the task. Handball comes in, finds Eels, who now has time also to run. Key on the ground, goes from centre half back in towards right. He takes the mark, well, should have been paid, and it has been. So Lockie Wright has the ball. Needs options further afield to start moving for him. Not sure who the target is, but he went back by hand to Key, who now goes in long. Target up forward. Who is it? Not there. Mark at ground level, picked up by Fursland. Little 10-metre kick along the ground, picked up by Barton by hand to McNamara. Releases Fursland once again, kicks out the corner of his boot. Saw Popovsky, kick wasn't good, picked up by Taylor Reynolds, couldn't pick it up cleanly, able to go back and try and collect it again, but doesn't. Wright does, spins out, puts Tobin in the box seat, he's tackled and was brought to ground. 51 to the North Geelong side, 27 minutes gone, third quarter.
Ball comes from Tobin out of the ruck contest. Wright gets back there, needs to pick it up and get it backwards. He does to Morton. He needs to get it back. He does to Reynolds. Now he's going to be under pressure from Ash Whitney. Gets the kick away, though, to Clark. Used the body beautifully again, but can't take the mark. And the numbers back there with Bell Post still. Fantella came back to help. He just chips the ball out. It's okay. Lentini takes the mark. Right on centre wing on the outer side. Chips the ball over the top. He gets it away quickly, and they go from half forward. Washington goes inboard looking for Jovanovic. The big man goes back, punched away from by de Blasio.
Gee, I think he might have interfered with Crouch. Yeah, but you do bugger all in between.
Yeah, he's been away for 6 months, hasn't he? Andrew Demetrio style. Ball comes back towards the Pisano from the ruck contest and sees it over the boundary line. Bell post till goal. Dominated this third term, the Panthers, from the contest. The back, Morton, handball. Still in the contest for Lentini. Falls towards Key. He ripped off the football, got the handball to Schwennerson, who runs with a left foot kick towards half back. Addy runs at it in front of Miller, goes long, 2-on-2. Jovanovic in the box seat, he goes up. He can't take the mark. Off hands at the back. Page, his second effort was fantastic. Sold some candy. Page, give the little handball to Whitney Ash, goes with a right foot kick across the face of goal. And
Existing, but gee, it's a difference what a final makes.
He's keen. Pisano does the ruck work and taps it straight back to where it's come from. We're going to do that. Talked to go into the contest by the coaching staff here. Ball back of the contest. Wood with that leap gets the ball, goes out towards Whitney to Fantella, who steps, stops, props, and that's a great finish. That is a great finish from Adrian.
Ball up. Barton stands his ground, gets it down. Rove though by right. Key gives it away to Hollins. Kick towards half forward. Addy just used the body nicely against Miller. Took the mark. At centre half back for the Panthers. Goes long towards centre wing. Fursland over the back against Fitzsimmons. Fursland runs onto it, gets a shepherd from Popovsky, and then runs out, unfortunately, before he can get it back to Fantella. And it will be a boundary throw-in. So, centre wing, boundary throw-in. Grubby, you're a shocker. Over the back, Hollins to Key. Nicely towards half forward. Over the head of Podner and Urquhart. Podner to run onto it. Urquhart's right next to him. Podner wrapped up, not going anywhere. And the umpire will come. Punched away by Addy in the ruck contest. Over the top of it, Biggs. And there is the siren for three-quarter time. And it's bell post still 17-12, 1-1-4. They lead North Geelong 7-9. And Hollins to do the ruck work. And Symes gets it down to the side towards Dylan Whitney. Kick by Symes in the end towards half forward. Parker comes out, doesn't sit for him. Getting across there, Reynolds for the Magpies first. Across half back, goes towards centre wing. Eels runs away and goes to the right foot towards centre half forward. Addy reads it the better, but it doesn't sit for him. Miller comes at him. He rides the tackle. Then he drags it in. Oh, I smell a punce. I smell a punce. Oh, there's the punce. We like it. It was coming from a long way away. And Blake Miller has put the pressure on. And we'll shoot for goal from 60 out, and they've all said goals.
Well, that's what the rule was made for. A decision like that where you pull the ball back in and then you don't get it out. 100% right umpire.
He was playing for the free kick too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Ducked his head under. Blake Miller, 1-1 today so far. He comes in, right foot kick. Good kick for distance. Look at that. Oh,
that has gone 70 metres. Same thing for the kick out. It's Slimer who plays on from that fullback position, goes out long, went outside 50, Podner in front, no one will take a mark over him. He plays on quickly, backs himself, went short, great kick and finds Key. So Blake Podner, good football.
Just been told to play on at all costs here, haven't they?
I think so.
Don't wait for it, just play.
Give and go.
Yep.
So Daniel Key, has he got a goal today? Yes, he has one.
Yes, one.
So he goes
that
back.
Was a beautiful banana.
That's right, it was too, Grub. Good call.
Which was out on the full, wasn't it?
Well, I didn't think it was. I didn't say it was out in the full. Daniel Key goes back and he just caresses the ball through. So that's a good start for North Geelong.
Symes and Hollins both get a hand to it. Falls to the side right. Whitney runs away, gets the clearing kick to half forward. Coming across Popovsky. Can't pick it up. Still can't pick it up. Now he does. And then he drops the footy.
Drops it.
Yep, so punched it. Beautiful. Van Creeken gets it. Kicks it across half back. Fitzsimmons just plays on. Kicks around the corner towards Gibbs at half back. Takes the mark and plays on. Drives it long to half forward. Biggs one-on-one with Martin. Over the head of both of them. Martin gets back there first. Biggs works his way to the front. Does pretty well. There's a hold. And going to Biggs first. They both held on right angle. He comes in with the yellow boots. Left foot kick and kicks the goal.
Ball up, ball thrown up, Symes up, tapped the ball down, Picked up by Fursland coming off the wing. Handball releases Whitney, but went over the top. Barton found Page. Has runners from behind, and it's Lima on the left boot. Went short. Kick wasn't good. Mark's not taken at ground level. Picked up there by Page. Fed the ball back. Barton's there. Kick smothered. Comes in, and Lima recollects the ball. Kick towards centre half forward position. Probably should have been a free kick there for Gibbs for manhandling his opponent, but he's allowed to get away with it and goes on now. That's good play, quick play. Finds Eels. He's out and running. Takes him on. Lentini couldn't hang on. Now Eels puts the ball down. Takes his first. Takes his second. Ball didn't come back to him. Now he's tackled. Poor tackle there from the ball post till the ball goes long into the goal square. Clark has a chance and he's got a free kick. So bell post till. A couple of tackles just let slip there. Lima was one of them. And it's going to be Sam Clark from right on the point of the square or just outside the point of the square. No distance to worry about here. Goes back. Umpire looks straight up and he has his third of the
final term. Hollands and Symes. They both get a hand to it again. And tapping it on Fantella. Kick back towards Page. At half forward now. Dylan Whitney ducks his head and gets away. Short little kick outboard towards Fursland. Coming out at pace. Was the top close to the boundary line. Fursland. Kick around the corner, back to the hot spot. Coming out was Jovanovic, touched away by de Blasio. Reynolds left it in the end. Jovanovic followed it up. Kick around the corner was good. Play on, no 15, said the umpire. Fantella got it away by hand to Page. His kick close to the boundary line in the left forward pocket. And I think
pretty ordinary use that.
Yeah, Watts up against Hollands. Hollands with a double fist up. De Blasio gets a clearing kick towards half-back. Miller's got a couple against him. He runs straight at him. He can't pick it up, though. Jovanovic kick around the corner towards Page, but chopped off by Daniel Key, who takes the mark. Wants to kick it in the middle towards Biggs, so he goes in that direction. Dangerous kick. It'll want to be good. It's over the head of both of them. The Eels, it sits and waits, though, and coming the other way, Lentini.
That's
pushed
a
off the
free
ball.
kick.
That is a free kick.
That's
to Brad
frustration,
Martin. That's against Biggs. So free kick to Brad Martin, right in the middle of St Albans reserve. Chance to push the Panthers back into attack. Goes long with the kick. Front. Getting back there was Gibbs. Daniel gets it around the corner. Page. Easy mark. Left half forward flank for Bell Post Hill.
Bell Post just need to play Bell Post Hill footy now for a minute.
He just needs to go towards Fursland, who goes up and takes the mark. Plays on now.
And now they've got the ascendancy, they can do that.
Yep, goes towards full forward, and I think that's a mark.
Yeah, it's a mark.
And the only man who kept his eye on the ball was Baseley, Caleb Baseley, and will shoot for goal from 25 out slide angle. Kick one so far this afternoon. Just to take the margin back to 50.
Geez, I reckon he's kicked a few for the year too. He's up around that 40-odd mark, isn't he? 40 to 50 mark?
I think so, yeah. Let's have a look. Yep, 37 before today.
Yeah.
He comes in. The second of the afternoon. Uses the breeze nicely and puts it straight through the middle.
We all thought North were travelling pretty well. By geez, they missed Briggy, don't they?
That's an X factor, mate. That's what they needed.
Yeah.
You're right. So the ball in the middle of the ground. It's going to be a clearance here from Fantella. He handballs, goes wide. It's a nice handball for Lentini. Lentini goes into the half-forward line. Mark's not taken over there, but it's going to be Parker who has possession of the ball. Tapped it behind him. It was clever play. Players come in and support him. I think it was Andrews. And it's now going to be picked up by Parker from North Geelong. He's lost the ball. Tackle there. Player didn't have the ball. Umpire's allowed it to go on. Andrews picks the ball up. Pushed over the boundary. So the ball back into the umpire. Ball tapped out at the back of the contest. Kick forward, North Geelong. Head back towards centre wing. Martin going back to the flight of the ball. He's actually the only one that went for the ball. And Brad Martin now can send Bell Post Hill back into attack. He chips wide. Has Cam Addy there by himself. On centre wing. So not much gain ground. Fantella leads up for him. Ball's kicked further along the boundary line. Target over the top. Andrews didn't even touch the ball. Gets to the back of the contest. Picked up there by Morton. Handballs over the top. Well, going back and collected himself. Does well. Now finds Eels inside. Needs to run away. Uses the ball. Kicks into the half-forward line. Kick wasn't good. Fancied Lima, but the bounce is going to favour Van Creek, and he couldn't take clean possession. Picked up by Lima. And he goes towards Martin, feeds the ball out long. Pisano has running players, and it's Addy from centre wing. Chips short, no good. Found Tobin, able to stop prop. Missed the target running past. I won't say they're getting tired, but their execution's not as good as the bell post should have been. Kick there from McKee, also not good. And it's Martin that comes in with the interception.
He just never gets any older, this bloke, does he?
No, and he just knows where to run. Bit like that bloke last week, Vanderkluster, they reckon.
No, Mensch, you idiot.
No, Vanderkluster, my word was. You were wrong again.
Mensch.
Ball short, goes into the centre of the ground, picked up there by Overall. Has a player running outside again. He's going to use him. Fantella, bell post Hill, controlling the tempo now. Short kick, not good. Popovsky comes up, meets the ball. Fantella went to the right side of him, but he went back left, kicked in to the forward line. Mark Matheson, good, strong work. He comes out. Mr. Reliable, he's taking another one.
He's been pretty good, Matheson.
Chips the ball in. Jeez, he made Daniel Key stretch down. He was good enough to the task. Gets handball over the top. Found Hutchison. Went back towards Key. Wants to go on his left side. Just accelerates just enough to do so. And ambles through the middle of the ground. Kick off the side of the boot. Not good. Barton runs back with the flight of the ball. Collects it. Has players behind. Went back by hand and found Lima. Lima, player in the middle, Symes. And Symes will just slow things down. So bell post Hill just doing enough at the present time. Short kick. Wide. Barton. Wasn't expecting it, but got it. Centre wing. Just slowing things down, waiting for movement further afield. Could even go back inside because Will Urquhart's there by himself. Decides to go down the line. Now he goes wider. Another short kick, boundary line. Mark has been taken, far side. And I can't pick up who that is. Could be Fantella,
No,
could be Wood.
Your favourite player.
Wood, thought so. The way he moved, smooth. Little chip over the top.
Get off the grass, Smith.
Goes to Tobin from the brothers. And he now steadies things down. Umpire calls the play on. Goes long into the half-forward line. Spoil from behind. Ball over the boundary line.
De Blasio over the back of the pack. Handball. Only as far as the North Geelong defence, but they can't pick it up. Andrews. Handball out. Backwards for for Bell Post Hill. Kick from Wood. And to nobody in particular, De Blasio it was, who stood there for North Geelong. Gave it away by hand. Gives it to Parker. Goes with a long kick towards centre wing. Miller gives him a lead. Punched away by Addy. Close to the boundary line. Podner there as well. Intelligently put back by the Bell Post Hill side through Addy. They've still got the ball if they can pick it up. But Wright gets across there for North Geelong. Handballs it back inboard. Chopped off though. Pisano. Got a kick to half forward. De Blasio up against Barton. Barton in front, needs some support. Tries to ride the tackle, then drops it in the contest. Umpire says play on. Pack develops and he'll come in.
These blokes, I did the running for 8 years at Werribee Centrals. These blokes run more in a day than I did in that whole 8 years. It's incredible, isn't it?
From the ruck contest, kick back inboard by Van Creeken towards the middle of the ground. Sits for Daniel Key. Tries to wheel around from Lima. Gets around a couple. Handballs it back to Hollands, the big fella. He goes inboard with a right foot kick to centre half forward. Long lead from Biggs against Martin. Back there, helping out. Here's Washington. Little kick to half back is okay. And Wood takes the mark at centre half back for the Panthers. Lateral to Lentini. Takes the mark at half back. Washington makes up some ground for him. And you just kick it to him. He does. He can probably kick it back to Lentini if he wants, but Biggs is coming up to fill the space. He's short to Fantella. He takes the mark on centre wing. He's controlling the play now, Bell Post Hill.
Darcy, where's your man?
Darcy Eels, where's your man? He's just running free on centre wing. Fantella, terrible kick off the boot. Might be okay. The Whitley medalist takes the mark. The Tobin brother. Still centre wing. Called to play on. Does now. Left foot kick towards Jovanovic on a lead. At centre half forward for Bell Post Hill. Comes back towards Holes Fine. Runs around. Goes with a right foot kick towards the 10-metre square. Schwennerson punched away at the back by Andrews. Falls towards Jovanovic. Gets across there. Matho as well. Close to the boundary line. And through for a one behind from Jovanovic. So they go to 18-13, 121 Bell Post Hill. North Geelong 10-10-70. Smith Holden, Blood Suzuki. Final quarter scoreboard, 16 minutes played.
That short kick's come undone again. It ends up in the hands there of Popovsky, who kicks towards goal. Nick Popovsky has got himself on the list, or has he already got no? No, he's already got one, so he's got two now. 19 goals, 13. Bell Post Hill, they lead North Geelong.
You would think so. Got a couple of weeks to fix it.
So Tobin, free kick in the middle for a high tackle. Could have been a 50-metre penalty. Wasn't handed back to him correctly, but he has runners outside now, and it's Wood. So he takes the mark, goes quickly this time. Kick in towards the half-forward position, over the top. Oh, gee, that was a great mark going back. Never took his eyes off the ball. And it's Popovski. Page was coming the other way. So Nick Popovski, he'll be looking at probably a 40-metre kick from there. Right side for right footer. If he watched Caleb basically execute his goal, he should follow the same drill. Left-hand goal post, let the wind do the work. He's been a goal kicker. So Nick Popovski comes in. 18 minutes approaching. Number 18 on the back. Not goal number 18, but that's a nice looking kick off the boot. That is a beautiful kick off the boot. And it's a goal. So Nick Popovski.
Back to the middle. Symes, Hollands. Symes gets it down. Rove by Holes Find. Getting across there was Watts as well. Got one high over the shoulder. We'll take the free kick for North Geelong in the middle of the ground. For a high tackle, Brady Watts goes with a right foot kick long towards half forward. Clark third in line, goes up off hands. Miller gets back there, so does McNamara. Handball to Addy. Under pressure from Podner. Close to the boundary line. He's happy to see it over. Favours Hollands, gets it along into inside 50. Holes Find. Just creates a path for Urquhart. Oh, and the punts. Comes out quickly. Urquhart had it, lost it, got tackled, and Brady Watts has got the free kick. Right on 50, on the boundary line at half forward. And standing right next to the fence. So, difficult, but he's got the breeze behind him. And if he just aims it towards the left-hand goalpost, he'll just be able to zoom it back in. Makes it sound easy, doesn't it? He's put it to the teeth of the goal, and it's off hands. And is it through? It is through for a one behind to North Geelong. So they go to 10-11-71. They trail Belpost Hill 20 goals, 13-133. Smiths Holden Blood Suzuki final quarter scoreboard, 20 minutes played.
Quick release of the ball, sees Lima steam out of the defence and goes towards centre wing. Kick wouldn't have enough distance on us, and Shane Dillon comes in, takes the ball, goes back inside, fans Van Creeken. So they've gone backwards, but they have possession of the ball. Hutchison leads up, and they still got the ball, but the possession's still inside the centre square. He now turns, goes inside 50. Miller has got to be the target up. Ball gets over the back of the contest. Players not running towards the contest, but Fitzsimmons does. Gets to the ball, needs support, just prepared to run the ball over, kept it in, bounced off the first. Belpost still playing.
And he can crack at it.
That's it, Grub. You let them know, mate, because that's what you're here to do. Ball, back of the contest, picked up by Whitney. Comes out, good release, because Barton's standing there by himself. He gets the ball out and goes towards centre wing. Boundary line, mark's not taken, picked up there. Gibbs couldn't do so. Basically gets one on the top of the head, but it's going to end up in the hands there of Whitney again. He kicks around the boundary line. Runners needed. Basically has the legs. Can he get to the ball and pick it up cleanly? Does so. Releases the ball backwards. Finds Popovski. The numbers are there in support for Belpost Hill. His kick goes forward, looking for Holes Fine. Kick wasn't good, but he's able to collect the ball. He's tackled. Need to get the ball out and knock it forward, but isn't able to do so. Picked up there by Dillon. He's tackled, brought to ground, and it's pressure on because the ball's picked up by Fantella. Chips over the top. Page, will he continue? Yes, he does. Good chase down there by Brady Watts. Great chase at this stage of the game. Ball's collected by Andrews. His feet taken from him, and he's underneath the ball. Now he's going to be in trouble, I think. The punch is coming out. There it is. So Fantella it is. Free kick. Kicks from 35 metres out. Nice looking kick off the boot. It's going to go across with the breeze and through for a minor score. 1 goal, 1 to that player. 20 goals, 14. 134 to Belpost Hill scoreboard.
Yeah, I think it's over, mate.
Kick in.
Good call.
Long kick in too.
There's that long kick you've been looking for, mate.
Yeah.
Parker gives it to Hollands.
I'll go down and kick a goal now and just prove me right.
Reynolds goes towards Miller. Runs onto
That's
the
better.
ball. Reels around. Kick inside 50. 1-on-1 at the Fitzsimmons. Morton's there as well. Numbers with Belpost Hill though again. Morton puts the tackle on. And the umpire will come in and ball it up. Ball up now for Hollands.
Yeah, I'll put it across the radio in 2 weeks' time.
Goes the contest. Miller outside at half forward. Back to, terrible kick. Turns it over and Tim Barton takes the mark at half back for Belpost Hill. He goes along the line. Terrible kick off the boot. I reckon that footy's right, you know.
Well, they've been kicking it bad all over. I'll tell you what, some of the Belpost Hill blokes are kicking it all right, though.
Not too many of them. Anyway, Lentini gets across half back. He goes towards centre wing. And coming out, Andrews in front. Needs to get around. He can't get around.
cotton wool.
And do you think sometimes it's the care you take too into King? Like when Jovanovic and Barton line up after the siren, they kick it beautifully.
Yeah, it's probably over kicking the ball, maybe some of them. That's all. So the ball now on centre wing. Watts transfers the ball back in towards the centre. Dylan in front. Ball from Tobin. Running play across the front of the contest is Eels. Needs some players moving further afield. Doesn't have it. Now he does. Goes looking towards Miller. Can't get to the contest. Addy trailing. He's going to go back and collect it. Picks it up cleanly. Now it's to release it. Does so. Finds Lentini. He's also in trouble. Needs to get rid of the ball. Quick kick. Not too far, but Fantella. He makes it look good and he collects the ball. Goes looking towards Tobin. Basically comes up. Can't trap it. Picked up there by Parker. Still got dash and run. Bounces one. There's his second. Now steps towards the 50 line. Goes long. In towards the goal square. Got good carry over the top. Where will it bounce? Player running back. Morton collects it, but unfortunately ran through with the ball. And another rush behind for the North Geelong side. 10 goals, 12, 72. 2014, 134. Bell Post Hill. Final quarter's gone 25 minutes. Smith Holden, Blood Suzuki scoreboard.
Kick in by Martin. Finds Lima in the back pocket. Goes along the line towards halfback with a spearing kick. Coming out though, Podner in front. Behind him is Whitney. And
if he was chasing me, I'd beat Usain Bolt. Don't worry about that. He was a tough, dangerous man.
From the ruck contest to the front of the pack, Bell Post Hill. Short little kick. Reynolds holds his ground up for North Geelong. Across centre wing. Back inboard looking for Dylan. No, it doesn't sit for him. Popovsky, it does. Handball back inboard. Little kick by Pisano. Was very cute to the Whitley medalist, the Tobin brother. Gets it on the back end of the centre square. Goes towards half forward. Basely got a high tackle and played on quickly. Goes wide. Good kick too. And finds Rob Wood. And he goes with a right foot kick towards the square. Jovanovic from behind goes up. Can't take the mark. De Blasio holds his ground and sees it through for a rush behind. 20 goals, 15, 135. Now Bell Post Hill, North Geelong 10, 12, 72. Smith Holden, Blood Suzuki, final quarter scoreboard, 26 minutes played.
I reckon a lot of the time the bounce of the balls just happen to go Bell Post way more too. I tell you what, I've put 2 and 2 together. I've seen Graham Lewis with a whole heap of footies. He's put a dud one in there to their advantage. He's cheating. He's cheating.
So the ball picked up by Wright at centre half back position, goes towards centre half forward. Flight of the ball not read by any player, but Addy out the back door. There he is, takes a bounce. He was lucky there. Miller had him by the shirt. Probably could have got pinged. And maybe some days when the ball's running for you, that may have been called. But it's Barton who has the ball. It's been good, Timmy Barton. Presented up really nicely for Bell Post Hill through centre half forward and further afield. Goes short. Target, Jovanovic, he's up. Strong hands, can't take the mark. De Blasio does well. He's also been good for North. Handball goes back to right. Provide a good run for North through the middle of the ground. Comes out towards Reynolds. Goes wide. Eels has the ball. Now there's players need to come up. Podner's got to be that player. He leads up. Ball into space. Podner leads there. Urquhart right in. Good mark, Podner. Hasn't done much of that today, but he knows he can.
Urquhart's been good, see?
Yep, Urquhart, good position. Now the ball further afield. Van Cregan's the target, and Lima. She's going to throw the ball back into the field of play. Good throw by the umpire. Symes reads the ball well. Lima just fed off him. Kicks the ball short and found Tobin. Tobin comes this side. He's got holes feet. He goes back and overall has the mark. Plays on. Goes towards centre wing. Lima's continue to run. And he's got space everywhere in front of him. How far does he want to go? As far as he likes, but he chips the ball over. Good quick movement. Pisano, he missed the flight of the ball. It's picked up for North Geelong. Transfers back. And it ends up in the hands there of Van Creeken, who spins and turns. Told to go forward. Again, good hands from Miller that time. Don't know whether he read the flight too well, but stretched up and took a good mark. So Blake Miller, a little chance here to go back and kick his second goal. As we know, great kick of the football. Accuracy will be the question.
When he goes at the ball hard, Miller, he's great. But he's just got to do it at every contest. At this stage today, I reckon he's done it 1 in every 4. He's got to do it every contest.
So Miller steps to 50. Has got the distance, has got the accuracy. Yes,
and
he
that's
has.
why.
And that's a nice kick of the foot.
Now.
And can play in the ruck.
He can. Symes gets it down. Tobin comes off half forward, wrapped up by Wright. Got the handball free. Fantella, handball to Ash Whitney, to Page. His handball back to Fantella. Kick around the corner to Pisano. It's the B team in there now, and they're going okay too. Pisano.
Is there any real B team at Belpost?
Not really.
Yeah, reserves.
And the Lions.
Goes.
Yes, they can. I listened to you coming home from Winchelsea, Thompson. Yes, they can. Don't you worry about that. We drop out and he comes in.
Boundary throw in from the contest. Holds fine. Got one high. Umpire. Oh, punts. There you go. So North Geelong get it. Gibbs from half back to half forward. Podner up against Urquhart. got the numbers again, the Panthers. This has been the difference. Numbers around the footy. Chips the football back inboard. And Washington takes the mark back into the centre square at centre half back. He chips the ball to Symes. The big fella takes it. But overall on his outside, he kicks it towards Urquhart, who takes the mark. Under pressure from Biggs. And he chips the ball over the top. Fantella, he chips it further. There's Steve. Kept going. Steve overall, inside 50, takes the mark. So, overall, right half forward.
Well, I wouldn't reckon he'd have kicked the goal
No,
today,
well,
would
there
he?
you go, because he handballs it back to Wood. So Wood goes off a step towards the goal square. Jovanovic puts his hands up, can't take the mark, off hands. Still in the field of play. Gibbs and Popovsky.
So the ball thrown in, deep in the pocket. Barton does the ruck work, tapped out by Matheson, picked up there by Tobin, I think it was, who goes towards goal, goes across the face, through for a minor.
It's okay, you don't have to come back tomorrow, I do.
So Reynolds from the back, full-back position, plays on, goes out wide, looking for right. With him is Holes fine. Neither player takes a mark. Ends up with Fantella. Chips the ball back in. Barton leads up and takes the mark. Can he have another shot after the siren in this quarter as he did in the second? He's going to take his time and go back. You know he can kick the distance. So Jimmy Barton.
Well, at 31 minutes and 44 seconds, it should be a possibility, Smithy.
Should just have the mercy rule, shouldn't they, in these games?
Well, there's no percentage in finals. I couldn't see why not.
So the ball with Timmy Barton. Can this be the last kick of the game? I'm not too sure just at this time, but he comes in. Loads up. Long kick. It was the last kick of the game, and it's marked in the goal square. It will be a no score, so Bell Post Hill will run out winners this afternoon comfortably. 20 goals, 16, 136. 11 goals, 12, 78.
Raiders from all around Geelong. I'm here to tell you how football is strong.